Greetings, salutations. Once again, a bit of a gap between videos. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't know when the next video is gonna be. If you happen to follow me in social media, you know this past 4 days at work was rough. Um, Probably the roughest 4 days I've had in 23 years of work in security. Which says a lot, because in the last 3 months, it's been pretty much an uphill battle at work. I went into work Friday night, the gate, then 3 nights on patrol. Within this span of 4 days, we had a car roll over twice going down the main road. We had a young lady OD and come very close to death. She lived. We had a golf tournament, which involved a couple hundred people, all of whom I guess decided it would be alright to drink. Drunk, stolen golf carts. Then, of course, problems with some residents. And then at the front gate, we had issues. The printer doesn't work. And we've been having a lot of problems, as I've mentioned in other videos, with our supervisor and our area supervisor. As it turns out, the supervisor is even a little more, well, no, he's just more useless than I even thought he was. Nice guy, but in way over his head and he won't admit it. And then my area supervisor, as it turns out, blames the last 3.5 months worth of turmoil on me. I'm the one that is creating the problems. She seems to think that I'm not the one that didn't teach the new guy the right stuff, and that I'm the one making problems for him, which is making problems for her. There was a lot of discussion, a lot of lies, negative thoughts, negative feelings. In the end, it's created a very big rift between me and where I work. Not the place I work, but the supervisor and the area supervisor. And has created a hostile environment, to say the least, and a sincere dislike for what I'm doing at this place for these two people. I love my job. I love what I do, but this is taken a very dark turn and has made it very uncomfortable. And all this stuff, all those things I just listed, all that stuff happened within a span of 3.5 days or something like that, because I worked the night shift there Friday into Saturday. So with all the paperwork and stuff that had to be done, and I couldn't print paperwork because the printer doesn't work, because nobody wants to put any money into anything, and then not being able to print a report that got sent, and then the area supervisor said that if I couldn't print out the report, that I should scan it and send it to her. Well, in order to scan the report, you have to print the report. Duh. Just a lot of hostility, and it took a lot out of me emotionally to keep going back into work and doing my job well, even though I'm not getting treated very well at all. It's kind of left a bit of a bitter taste in my mouth, to say the least. I'm hanging in there because I need the job, but I'm going to have to look for something else, somewhere else, doing something. I don't know. It's really knocked the wind out of my sails, and it's kind of brought everything to a screeching halt. And I didn't want to make a video during all that because it would have been a lot more. I would have probably had a lot less nicer things to say, and probably would have been a very negative video. And after making the video, I would have just deleted it anyway, because I would never post that on my channel, because that's not what it's about. But it's been a while since I posted a video, and when it gets too long in between things, I feel like I gotta put something up so you know why I'm not putting something up. Well, now you know why. I'm about to start another 4-day run this week, but I have no idea how it's gonna go. Kind of walking into walking into it blind, really. Plus, there are some big changes at work, the way we log people in. There's a whole new system that's going to be in place this month. And I'm not really sure how that's going to work out, because I do mostly patrol, but I do the gate, so I do have to learn the new system. But the feeling I'm getting, and a lot of my coworkers, who are very sympathetic to my cause, feel that the area supervisor has definitely got it out for me. And once you're in the crosshairs, believe me, you feel it. And there ain't a whole lot I can do, even though all the things she thinks I'm responsible for, I had nothing to do with. But what are you going to do? You're going to argue? I mean, I just don't have the time to waste on arguing with somebody that's not even listening to you, who hasn't really listened to you from the get-go. But the supervisor we had before would make an effort to stand up for the guys. The new supervisor just doesn't. He just doesn't. He just does whatever she says blindly. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm putting this video up to let you know that things are not going as good as they could at work, and seeing how I have to focus on pretty much walking on very thin ice as to what I do. It takes a lot of energy. Anybody, if you've ever worked anywhere where you were treated poorly and made to be the bad guy when you're not, you gotta really watch your P's and Q's. So, if the videos tend to be a little lacklustering here for the next couple weeks, I'm sorry. But I'm just trying to focus on staying positive and not letting it get to me. And I'm also going to be ending my lease next month in this house. So I've got a lot on my plate to get done here before I can move out. And then with the work issue, and it's just a lot to deal with. And I don't, like I've said before, I don't want to put out a real negative video. Although sometimes they are not as happy-go-lucky as I would like. My channel is always about me and my life. And right now my life is not good at work. I mean, it's not like it's my whole life or anything, but it's the majority of what I'm doing is working. As anybody that works a job tells you, it consumes a lot of your time. And if it's not going well, it spills over. Even though you're not at work, you're still thinking about work. And so on my days off, like yesterday when I got out of work, come home, I really just vegged out, and I vegged out most of the day today to just decompress, because, I have to go back into that environment, and I have to, make it work, at least for now, until I can do something else or find something else or get a resolution to the problem. So, I do apologize. I'm fingers crossed, I'm hoping by the end of November I will be back at the house with my folks. I'll be out of this lease, and I can start focusing on changing stuff in my work part of my life. If I can hold on that long, which I think I can. It's just a matter of being able to take so much and just letting it roll off your back. But we all got a limit. I mean, when you're getting blamed for everything, even stuff that you're not even at the workplace to be involved in, it's tough. It's real tough. Like I said, I love the place I work at, and probably most of the guys I work with, I get along great. It's a great crew, and I love the job, and the pay is decent. It's not great, but it's decent. To go out, get a job, start all over again after working somewhere for 3 years and stuff is a pain in the rear, and I hate looking for work, because you gotta jump through hoops just to get in the door. And I put so much time and effort into this job. I've worked for security companies longer than this security company, but I've never worked at the same place for that security company this long. You do 6 months here, maybe a year there, you kind of move around a little bit. But this job has been 3+ years at the same location. And it's a lot of time and effort that went into that. And it's frustrating, is what it is. It's just a frustrating event. But I don't want to get too long-winded. We're coming up on almost 10 minutes here. So anyway, that's what's going on. So I will make a video as soon as there's something new, or I can, share a little bit more with you, or there's, something worth sharing. Until then, I am going to keep my head down and push on through and keep on keeping on. And hopefully you guys are having a much better run than me. Alright, thanks for watching as always. You guys rock. We'll catch you in the next video.